collection of personal information, this is where we start to get into that split between what is that subcategory of sensitive information, because there's a slightly higher bar. Look, I don't know how much sensitive information would usually be kept. The only circumstance I could think of at a practical level is if someone's put a note in the accounting system about someone's background or something like that. But if we're collecting personal information, we've just got to make sure that it's necessary for the functions or activities of the business. Yes, sorry.
What about systems for sales? I mean, sensitive information that they get are things like people's anniversaries and sporting groups. How does that relate?
Well, it's got to be reasonably necessary for your functions or activities, and I imagine that most sales guys would make it out as an argument that sensitive info, one, is reasonably necessary, and two, there needs to be a consent to the collection. So having something in your privacy statement about the collection of it will often tick that box off. The other thing is that if we're going to collect this information, we have to do it lawfully. And to get that information from someone other than the person, it needs to have been reasonably impractical to get it from the person. So how does this cross over with credit information? The credit information requirements are a fair bit more stringent. So if what we're after is credit info, and bear in mind a lot of this is consumer credit style default information, repayment information, and the like. But if we are going to go there, if we're going to go about collecting that type of consumer style information, then we do have additional hurdles that we need to jump over. And that means actually having the consent to collect the information from the person, having that expressly. So it would be having a signed privacy statement that says, I consent to you as an individual, as the director, I consent to you collecting any number of items of information about me, about my credit history and the like. So what do we need to do, again, to comply here? Again, it's understanding those scopes of the legal obligations, having the practices and procedures in place, and if we want to collect sensitive information, having that consent.